We use light every day in our world. We use it to see what's in front of us. We use it to make microchips. We even use it to cook and grow our food. However, when we try to figure out what light is, it can become kind of confusing. When we look at pictures of the electromagnetic spectrum, we see light as a series of wavelengths. Higher wavelengths are blue and lower wavelengths are red, and all the colors of the rainbow are in between. But light is often referred to as a particle as well. And how can something be a particle and a wave? As I grew up, I realized people have been asking this question for centuries. Experiments like the double slit experiment showed that a single pulse of light shining through two slits goes through both slits at the same time. It causes wave interference patterns to appear on the wall behind the two slits, even if only one photon is shot through at a time. Now this shows that light can act as a wave. However, if you try to detect which slit the photon went through, it turns it into a particle and no longer creates interference patterns. Now, one night while trying to visualize this, I had a thought. What if light is simply a wave of condensed space moving out in all directions? What if both light waves and particles are condensed space, one in wave form and one in spinning particle form? Now, for the first time, the strange behavior reported in the double slit experiment finally made sense in my mind. You see, the double slit experiment can also be conducted with photons, electrons, and even Buckminster-Fullerene molecules. If they're fired through the two slits one at a time, they also produce the same wave-like interference patterns as if the particles have somehow turned into waves and traveled through both slits at the same time. If everything in the universe is made up of condensed spinning particles of space, they could theoretically explode out into a wave of space. They would no longer have the same type of spin, but they would still be a condensed wave of space with the same energy, capable of interacting with other waves of space. When a large enough collection of particles comes together, the small bend in space that each one creates might be reinforced by the other bends created by the other particles and act as gravity. All of this is just a theory, and it sort of reminds me of the ether field theory that is sometimes looked down upon by physicists. I think it's a very intriguing theory, and it seems to kind of make sense, but I'm curious as to what you think. Is it possible that we are all space condensed into particles? Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for more.